got to ask yourself, what is Candace Owens' purpose? What is her purpose? Candace Owens started out getting terrorized by some white boys. She was getting terrorized. So much to the point, the NAACP had to rush in to save her because it was a good story. Now, who do you think would be most likely to approach Candace Owens? The Democrats or the Republicans? I say the Democrats, because for the Democrats, she's the perfect poster child. She's a black woman that's affected, or at that time, she's a black young lady, black teenager, being terrorized by white people. She's perfect. She is a black woman suffering from racism. It's perfect for the Democrats. So if the Democrats approached her, which I believe they did, what made her switch to the Republicans? This is where it gets tricky for me, and this is why I believe she is a double agent, directly or indirectly. I know she's cashing a check. I just don't know if she's cashing a check from the Democrats and the Republicans or just the Republicans. She benefits the Democrats because she drives the black vote. She gets black people upset, and then we run to go vote. In the meantime, she shifts the narrative. She changes the argument. How does Candace Owens benefit the Democratic Party? When Candace Owens speaks, what do you think she motivates black people to do? Vote Republican? No. She motivates black people to vote Democratic. Think about it. She's a black woman that's a Republican. Think about that. She's a black woman that's a Republican that openly criticizes black people and rarely criticizes white people. She's an emotional fire starter. What she does is she drives black people to vote Democratic. That's her purpose. The Republicans don't solicit the black vote. You know why? Because they know it's too hard of a battle. The Democrats have convinced everyone that Republicans are racist. Well, excuse me, they've convinced black people that Republicans are racist. Republicans don't really solicit the black vote, not like Democrats. So we don't care if you don't vote, just as long as you don't vote Democratic. And again, because it's too difficult for them to overcome the label of being racist. Now, Candace Owens benefits both parties because she shifts the narrative. She starts the counter argument. She is the living, breathing embodiment of white excuse. She is an excuse for systematic racism. She is an excuse for white oppression. She is the counter argument to every argument a black person has about America. She moves the cheese. And I'm going to start calling these people the cheese movers because that's what they do. They move the cheese and they get us distracted. So now neither party has to meet any demands. And when the conversation becomes fragmented, a solution is almost impossible. And to me, this is why she's working for both parties. I know you all may think I'm reaching, but just hear me out. The only thing she's going to motivate black people to do is to get upset, argue, and go vote Democratic. And the only thing she's going to motivate Republicans to do is what? Is still be Republican. She's not going to make people want to join the Republican Party. She's not going to motivate new Republican voters. It's not her purpose. Her purpose is to be a distraction. Her purpose is to move the cheese. If anything, she drives the Democratic vote. She is the consciousness of white America speaking. She's the conscience of white America. That's how I know they've given her a script and talking points. She's the conscience of white America, but she's a contradiction because she's a black woman speaking like that. So what she does is she ultimately causes confusion. So now we're not focused on the issue anymore. We're focused on what Candace Owens said. And this is why I call her a double agent, because she keeps us distracted from the real issue, and that is systematic racism. And racism is not a social issue. Racism is an economic issue. All of these tricks and tactics work because we are overly emotional. And that's what everybody is banking on. Everybody is banking for us to be black. Not who God said we were, not who our ancestors said we were, but who they said we were. Everybody is banking on us being black. And being black means I memorize the script and I submit to the narrative. I want us to stay focused. Don't listen to Candace Owens. I want us to stay focused. And how do we stay focused? I'll tell you. You don't make it about a political party. You make it about who's going to meet your demands. I mean, the game is simple. The game is simple. The Democrats try to encourage more black voters, and the Republicans try to discourage black voters by talking about the Democrats. Do you see the game? Because the Republicans know we won't get the black vote because we've already been labeled racist by the Democrats. We won't get the black vote. So their goal is never to appeal to us. Their goal is to discredit the Democrats. And that's how this game works. That's how this cat and mouse game works. That's why I say don't make it about the party. Just make it about what you want to accomplish. Make it about your goal and not the party. Make it about what you want for your people, what you want for your community. Then it doesn't matter if it's Republican, Democrat, or liberal, or Green Party. There's so many parties. Don't make it personal. Candace Owens is working for the Democrats and the Republicans. Don't make it personal. It's not about Candace Owens. It's about the issue at hand, and that is racism being an economic issue. We don't have to make it personal. We have a simple phrase with 3 words in it. Repeat after me. Cut the check. Wait for it. Free Blanche. Get money. Go.